Today it's all about the banh mi. It's gonna be a battle. We're looking for the best banh mi in Hoi An, Vietnam. And there are a number of places that get a good rep, but there are two that clearly stand out. We have Banh Mi Phuong and we also have Madame Khanh. Banh Mi Phuong made famous by Anthony Bourdain on his Vietnam trip on No Reservations, and Madame Khanh also getting quite the rave reviews. So today we're gonna start off with Madame Khanh. It's right behind me. Let's go check it out. So Madame Khanh, she's known as the queen of banh mi here in Hoi An. So she's been doing street food here for 50 years and banh mi's for 30 years, and you can definitely tell that she's perfected her craft. And just check this out. This is the kitchen right here. The whole banh mi, you know, like conveyor belt of food. Banh mi is the ubiquitous Vietnamese street food, the quintessential street food. It's up there with pho as well as some other dishes, but you find it literally everywhere, and every shop has their own variation. They make their own bread, they make their own sauces, they make their own styles of pâtés, they use their own cuts of meat, they cook those cuts of meat in their own way. So literally everything varies from one shop to another, and there's hundreds, thousands, if not millions of these spots that make banh mi all across Vietnam and around the world. So I got the mixed banh mi, and this one comes with vegetables, pork, ham, eggs, pate, egg sauce, papaya, as well as cucumbers. And we just saw them at the entrance making the banh mi. Basically the entire kitchen is right at the entrance, and they have the whole banh mi you know, like assembly line right there. So you have the pâtés, you have the meats, you get different kinds of meats. You have the bread, even you have the bread toaster that's out there. And right off the bat, you can see that bread just looks very authentic. It looks very, very nice. It has, it feels kind of dense, not too dense, but kind of dense. You have those nice little ears at the tips there, which are the hallmark of a well-netted and well-cooked bread. So that's nice to see. And on the inside, let's take a look here. So we got some pork. We got some egg actually. We got some cucumber. We got some papaya. We got some carrots. We got some, I believe, Vietnamese mint in there. We have that pate and that mayo. You can see all those juices, the mayo with the sauces combination in there. Looks kind of juicy and very neat. It's very fluffy, very pleasant, very plump when you feel it. Let's try it out. Whoa, that was a big bite. Almost ate a quarter of the banh mi in one shot. But whoa, that is so flavorful. Oh my god. That pate and that, I believe it's kind of like a butter that they put in there. Wow, that just mixes so well, and it has so much flavor. Also the pork meat that they put in there is just very well cooked, very tender. It just almost like melts in your mouth. And the bread, oh, the bread is just so good. It's unbelievable. It's just so nice and crusty on the outside, quite fluffy in the middle. It's just perfect. It absorbs all that pate very well. And that butter, as well as the sauce. The secret sauce, I'm not sure what it is, but every place, every banh mi shop has their secret sauce. This one is off the hook.
I think it's even better than the ones we tried in Hoi at Banh Mi 25. The bread's a little more rustic here. I don't know, I really like the sauce. The sauce is really different than from what I found in Hanoi. It's much more like a traditional French baguette than the ones we had in Hanoi, for sure. It tastes like this kind of crust. The flakiness is more French than I found in Hanoi. And it tastes slightly more authentic, I'd say.
So far, guys, this is the best banh mi I've had in Vietnam. By far. This is unbelievable. So we've arrived at Banh Mi Phuong. Now this place blew up in terms of popularity after Anthony Bourdain came to the original spot. So they built this restaurant. It's actually like a restaurant on 2 stories, as you can see here. And this place has crazy lineups. So if you want to eat your banh mi at Banh Mi Phuong, you're gonna have to be prepared to wait. If not, come at the off hours. got our banh mi. This is the mixed banh mi, and while we were waiting, we just took advantage to go and check out the kitchen in there. It's absolutely chaotic. They have about like 3 or 4 basically kitchen stands right there that are doing the same thing. Like the assembling line here is off the hook, bustling with activity. It's absolutely crazy. I got bumped like at least 15 times while I was there, so you could just see all the action. Just look at that. It looks beautiful. Just look at that bread. Nice and crusty. Oh, that looks just so good. Let's take a look on the other side. Oh, that looks nice, very nice. You can see the ear right there. Good sign. It's nice and fluffy, crispy, kind of crusty on the outside, but it feels nice and tender in the middle. The last banh mi spot, Madame Khanh, was off the hook. I forget what I rated it. I think it was a 9.25 or 9.5 out of 10. It was spectacular. Let's see how this lives up. Wow. Well, that is packed full of flavor. You got a little bit of everything. It's quite spicy, I have to say, from the chili that they put, which they did not put in Madame Khanh. So you can have it with or without, it's up to you. But wow, that pate. You just saw how she made it when she put that mayo and then the pate right above it. That pate is quite strong, quite powerful. It's quite buttery, which is really good, and very soft, and it contrasts with the kind of like crunchiness of the meats in there. And this one, I have to say, has more herbs in it than the one that I had at Madame Khanh. Very strong hints of coriander and Vietnamese mint in there, if my palate is not mistaken. And wow, just there's a lot going on. It's quite good. Let me take another bite. So good. This is so good. That bread is just so nice and crusty. I have to say though, it's a little denser. This is a little more in line or in spirit with the traditional French way of making a baguette, which is generally a little denser, and the kind of crustiness on the outside is a little sharper. It kind of stabs you inside the mouth when you're eating it. The other one was quite soft. So this is a little more in keeping with traditional ways of bread making, and we saw them bringing a fresh batch of bread just as we were in the kitchen before, so that was really neat to see. They just dumped all those banh mi baguette breads right in there. So this is really good. A lot of freshness in here. Just look at all those greens in there. Also quite meaty. So it's hard to say. I believe the bread actually is bigger than at Madame Khanh because it just feels like there's more ingredients packed inside. Oh, I just ate a big chunk of barbecue pork with a nice layer of fat. Oh my god. That was so good. It was barbecued to perfection, and that fat was melted in your mouth. Goodness. Oh wow, that is so good. That's where the smokiness comes from that barbecued pork. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Those are 2 excellent banh mi shops. Maybe 2 of the best, if not the best right here in Hoi An, but maybe around the world. So which one is better, Banh Mi Phuong or Madame Khanh? Whoa, that's a tough one. And honestly, I am hard pressed to make a decision. Both have their strong points and the things that they do better than the competitor. So there is no weak points, I gotta say, for both of them. There is nothing that they do subpar. So let's break it down. Bread. So Banh Mi Phuong makes a more traditional kind of bread. It's a little crustier. It's a little stabbier in your mouth, more like a traditional French baguette. Whereas Madame Khan's is a little fluffier, a little easier to eat and to digest perhaps. Which one is better? It's a matter of taste. I prefer Madame Khan's, a little softer. I feel like it absorbed more of those juices from the butter and the pate and the sauce and everything like that. This one is excellent. It's really fresh, so it's a matter of taste. Moving on, the meats, both very good, both very flavored. I would give that a tie, and I just have to move out of the way. The sauces this is a hard one because it's always hard to tell which sauce is which and how many sauces, and because there's also the flavors from the meats and everything else. I'm gonna have to give this just a slight win to Madame Khan's. Lastly, the flavoring, the seasoning and everything, I believe that Banh Mi Phuong does it slightly better. They use, I would say, a healthy dose more of seasoning, spices and whatnot, not just in the sauces, but in everything that they put on the banh mi. So there is more seasoning, more different flavors in it, but again, it's a question of taste. If I had to rate them, I'd say Madame Khanh is a 95 out of 100. I'd say Banh Mi Phuong is a 94 out of 100, but that's today. Ask me again tomorrow and I might come up with a different answer. Banh Mi invented in Saigon, of course, but it has a very special presence here in Hoi An. The reason for that is because they do the bread here, from what I heard, better than anywhere else in Vietnam. They have some traditional secret recipes for bread making that other people in Vietnam just can't replicate. So this is why Hoi An might be one of the better places, if not the best, to try at Banh Mi. And you don't have to really limit yourself to Banh Mi Phuong or Madame Khan's. There's other places, Banh Mi Phi. There's a whole bunch of other places. You can also try some of the local shops that they have around here, because a lot of it has to do with the bread, and they make a spectacular bread in the city, so you probably can't go wrong no matter where you go. Alright guys, so that does it for us. If you tried Banh Mi Phuong or Madame Khan's and you have a preference, please do let us know. You can check us out on Instagram since we can't take comments on YouTube. That does it for us for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more content from the GoTo family. Click that bell for more notifications. Alright, we'll see you guys on the next one.